this facility is really a dream come true. At the time I was talking about the Wellness Education Center, but there really is more to the grand plan than just the Wellness Education Center. If you have an opportunity, I would ask all of you to walk through either the men's or the women's locker rooms, because that's the before picture. We still have an intention, once we can obtain the right resources, to completely renovate the first floor of this building, and this is the first room that we chose to do as we were starting to kind of bring our gymnasium up to contemporary standards. It is highly fitting, I think, as the board considers adding student housing to this campus, that we provide the student residents with other opportunities that may exist, be they athletes or be they people just seeking a more healthy lifestyle. So it's totally, I think, in consort with one another to be talking about building a field house, adding a fitness center, putting in a team training room, and adding student housing at the same time, because we think this is part of our overall mission, is to help our students learn, help them serve, and help prepare them for the lives that they have ahead. So Dutch Craumer has been a friend of mine ever since I've been in Corning, New York. And we probably got to know each other because we have a lot of mutual interests, particularly as they relate to athletics, wellness, and recreation. And out of a conversation down in St. Simon's Island, Dutch and I, after having some liquid refreshment, decided that we needed to find a way to improve services that we provide for student athletes. And I hope that Stacy will open up the old team training room just so you could see the difference, because it was literally in a closet. Hardly enough room for one of these taping tables, let alone the whirlpools and the other things that contemporary athletes need today. And we have a staff person who had exhibited great patience. Jackie's around somewhere, there she is. Great patience in being in this real small cubicle, sharing storage space and the washer and dryer, and at the same time trying to keep a first-rate athletic program together by providing athletes with these services. So Dutch and I talked a bit about we've got to do something better for these students. And if you go to other community colleges, again, you see facilities much like you see here. And so Dutch came through for us with a contribution to establish a team training room. And these things don't come cheap, even though we did have some state support. His generous contribution allowed us to take an old classroom and renovate it now into something that I think our student athletes will enjoy for years and years to come. So on behalf of our staff and on behalf of our current students and, gosh, future student athletes that will come here long after we're not here anymore, I want to publicly thank Dutch for the inspiration, if you will, and for the support in bringing this team training room to fruition. As you'll see when I unveil the plaque, Dutch was our first athletic director, our first golf coach, and he's never lost touch with the college and never lost his zeal and support for weaving athletics into the total educational program. So I think we all owe Dutch Craumer a debt of gratitude for his continued support and willingness to help underwrite a room such as this. What we do in unveiling a plaque is probably insufficient to thank him, but he's going to be my friend for the rest of my life. So I will do that personally every chance I get. So I wanted to give Dutch a chance to say a few words. Dutch is the one that wears the loud pants. I wear the more conservative ones. And if you think these are loud, you should have seen what he wore at the golf tournament yesterday. I wish he'd only wore those today. So I want to tell you, while I didn't play with you yesterday, I'm proud to be a member of Team Dutch.
Yeah, that's good. Glad to hear that. Well, I'm not much at words, but, you know, today's a very special day. And Bud and I, about 3 years ago, began talking about different things. His vision of expanding improving the college campus in all ways, not only academic, library, and so forth, but in the athletic world, this building here, out in the fields and so forth. He has done such a tremendous job at just improving all of these things around here. So we got yakking back and forth about what we could do here to help out to get started with things. So the wellness was the first thing that got going on there, and this was the second, because when I when I knew about this, we were walking around here looking around, so forth, and back in the corner back there,
That's right,
is where Jackie had her training room. It's a little room smaller than this right here, this thing right here. And it was tough to get people in there, no place to set them on the table here, no place to work with these kids who needed the improvement of whatever happened if they messed up their leg or whatever it was. But we just said, what can we do? And so this came about right here. Bud says, we really need a training room. So together we figured, well, let's try it. So that's how this came about. And with our kids, our athletic program here, this is going to be a great improvement on helping them out as they go through the athletic world and how they play here, the things they do for both men and women. And this room is really nice. It is. It's great. And Jackie, I wish you all the luck. And I want to keep abreast at what's going on around here, and just keep me posted. And so I thank you all for being here. It's a very special day for me. Thank you.
I've been somewhat of an athlete during my life, when I was younger anyway. And I've always felt that athletics is an example of what life is about: the competition, the winning, the losing, the building of character. There's more to it than just the competition. And I think Dutch personifies in many ways what's the best about athletics, and keeping that in perspective to the total educational system we have here. And we are blessed with the state, if not the nation's best athletic director, Stacy Johnson. And Stacy wanted to say a few words about this room as well. So Stacy, please.
Dutch, on behalf of the athletic department and all the student athletes, I don't know if you really know what this room means to us. When we opened this room about 3 months ago, the way that our spring athletes were able to be treated was so different than anything we'd ever been used to. We had healthier athletes, we had happier athletes, more productive athletes. This also has turned into not just a training room, but it is an extension. This entire building is the Wellness Education Center. We now have the room and the ability to educate the students about their body, how to take care of themselves. It's not all about the rehabilitation. Now we can focus on some prehabilitation, which are things they can take with them throughout their whole life. So Dutch, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. And like I said, on behalf of all the students, all the coaches, I can't ever thank you enough for the difference you've made in their lives.
It's a tribute to you, I think, that all these folks came out to see the dedication of this building.
Nice.
The fact that Ernie and Beth and Mimi are here is very special to me, and I know it is to you. They traveled great distances to be a part of this, and I'm glad that they're here to share this moment with you. And Stacy and I are going to unveil this plaque. You'll notice that we spared no expense in covering up this plaque. I think it was a towel from our storage area. I hope somebody cleaned it before they put it up. But we'd like to let you know that this is always going to be called the Dutch Craumer Team Training Room, and this plaque will be evidence of that. So let's grab it and...
Can we get some pictures of it? Oh, wow. Okay.